Good evening from my part of the world. Good evening from my part of the world. It's another 8 p.m., 14 days to 14th September. Let's have another conversation. 14 days to 14th September. Let's have another conversation. Let's have another conversation. I'm excited about the week and grateful for the gift of life. Excited about the week and grateful for the gift of life. Very grateful for the gift of life. Very grateful for the gift of life. You've been socialized to pray against your enemies or love them hard and pray for them until what? They change their minds, change their hearts, and come and love you right. Well, I've learned to focus on those who love me right, support me, and challenge me to become better. There are some people, regardless of what you do, they will never respect you as long as you are in them, with them, and by them. What business do you have doing there? The people can challenge you to be better. They loved you once, but they can't love you anymore. It is okay, it is normal. That's why we are humans. You can't pray for a person to all of a sudden change and support you. If they are not for you, they are not for you. There are some people you serve them with your intestines, and yet they can't service your life. It is not about you. Ubetwa with here to play it, my mom said, then they can't do right by you. They won't treat you well. They won't respect you. They won't appreciate you. What business do you have wasting your time? Aren't you aware your time is your life? Why do you take delight in wasting your time and in so doing, wasting your life? Hi, Daniel. Thank you for being on. So, you have been socialized to pray against your enemies or love them hard and pray for them as to why and when their hearts will change and they will do right by you. I don't know. But I have learned within these 51 years on earth, when I had the awareness to live, to take hold of my life and to live as a full agentic adult, I've learned to focus on those who love me right, those who support me and challenge me to become better. So tonight, my message is simple: outgrow what no longer grows you. Should I be louder? Outgrow what no longer grows you. That is how we can reclaim our lives. Outgrow what no longer grows you. It is only in so doing that we can reclaim our lives. If not, when in them say, do everything in your capacity, and yet you waste your time, and wouldn't be any demon, any devil's fault. It would be out of our naivety and our ignorance. Outgrow what no longer grows you. That is how we can reclaim our lives. From childhood, many have been raised to see life as a battlefield where enemies lurk at every corner. We have been taught to invest our energy in fighting shadows, praying against enemies, resisting those who wish us harm, and living with an almost paranoid awareness of opposition. Asa nko a n'atamfo atwa wo ho ahyia. Ade na ɛma yɛadwene sɛ adɔfo so atwa yɛn ho ahyia. Ade na ɛma yɛadwene sɛ adɔfo so atwa yɛn ho ahyia. Na yɛkɔ a yɛbɛn nyinaa ɛne nnipa papa so nenam. Na yɛn deɛ bɔne ne nko ara da bia bibia yɛ ɔbonsam, bibia yɛ ɔtamfo. When we make our poor choices and the results come the way we don't want, it is the devil, it is demons. When would we own life and be responsible for our actions and inactions? We have been taught to invest our time, our energy in fighting shadows, praying against enemies, resisting those who wish us harm, and living with an almost paranoid awareness of opposition. While this mindset may have cultural or religious roots, it often keeps us trapped in cycles of fear, suspicious, and wasted energy. Ade obiara a ɛyɛ yi nko adɔfo sɛ wontumi nyɛ because nko a n'atamfo atwa wo ho ahyia. Nko a na ɔbonsam hwehwɛ wo. How? Always suspicion. Everywhere fear. Everywhere. Always living in fear. Because atamfo ɛnyɛ bɛyi a na ɛyɛ onipa bonsam. I mean, how? How? Life is too brief and precious to spend focused on enemies. Life is too brief. I guess it's we 1 month now, baby. Life is still moving on. Do we know our days that we can live the luxury of time just living anyhow? Life is too brief and so precious to spend it focused on enemies. I have learned that the real treasure lies not in constantly looking out for who might be against me, but in intentionally cherishing and cultivating those who are for me. Yes. If you have no business with me, I have no business with you too. I wouldn't mind being loyal to the core, to the bone, to those who are equally loyal to me. Loyalty is a give and take. Intentionally cherishing and cultivating those who are for me. If you are not for me, that is okay. It has nothing to do with me. It is your business. I'll leave you to deal with it. I won't pray against you. I won't fight against you. I won't see you as an enemy. I don't have the energy and the time to even waste on you. Those who love me sincerely, support my dreams, and challenge me to rise higher. They are my focus. My prayer goes out to them and for them. My loyalty is with them 120%. Why do we waste energy and waste time? That you waste decades of your life only trying to bring those who are against you to your side. These are the people who deserve my prayers, my attention, and my gratitude. The people who love me right, the people who do right by me, the people who love me sincerely, support my dreams, and challenge me to rise higher. I will do the same and even more for them. These are the people who deserve my prayers, my attention, and my gratitude. The rest, I have no business with them. I don't even want to know them. When we invest in our enemies, we magnify them. When you invest in your enemies, you magnify them. When you invest in those who genuinely care, you multiply their growth. When we invest in our enemies, we magnify them. When we invest in those who genuinely, sincerely care for us, show concern, we multiply their growth and we multiply our growth. We encourage them to do more. A single word of encouragement from someone who believes in you can outweigh 1,000 negative whispers from those who do not. A single word of encouragement, a single act of kindness from someone who believes in you can outweigh 1,000 negative whispers from those who do not. So, what business do you have to focus on those who don't support you, those who don't believe in you, those who don't care about you? Just a single word, a word of encouragement, a word of appreciation, a word of genuine concern from someone who believes in you can outweigh 1,000 negative whispers from those who do not. Thank you, Kweku. The love of one supporter can fuel so much courage that silences a crowd of critics. There are times you are doing live and there's not even a single one on it. Many of them will come and watch later. For you to just get one person on to send you a message, the ideas just flow, even things you didn't plan about it just flow. So why do we waste time on those who hate us, those who not do right by us, and pray against them and work against them, using time, energy that we could have used to support those who equally support us? The love of one supporter can fuel so much courage, courage that can silence a crowd of critics. In the end, enemies only serve to distract. But friends, those who support your pursuits, those who be loyal to you, those who scratch your back, they will help you to build. Focus on them. Focus on them. Equally important are those who do not simply agree with everything you do, but challenge you to become better. In our part of the world, I don't know how we train our brains to do that. That when people want to criticize, even when it's constructive, we see them as enemies. Many of the things I've learned in this life didn't come from those who love me and say, "Oh, you are doing well, everything is okay." It came from those who said, "No, I know you can do better." So, in as much as everybody is saying that was good, I know that you could have done better. I know you could have done better. And that alone, it will my dream anytime I want to do that thing again. But in our part of the world, we'll be criticized, so whether it's constructively or not, just the fact that well, I agree with what you are saying and doing means the person is an enemy. No, if we do that, we can't grow. Many of the people sincerely love us. They won't come from the point like, oh, you are doing well. No, they will come because they see more than we have even identified about ourselves. So when you say it's okay, they will say no, go extra. When you say I'm tired, they will say this won't break you, go the extra mile. And many a time the difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is just that small extra. So when you get people who push you to do the extras, hey, count yourself blessed. Don't see them as enemies. I don't know why we got this mindset from. It is very, very wrong. Those who do not simply agree with everything you do, not they agree, but so they disagree because they know you can do better. So they would even outline why they think you could have done better, why they believe you could do better. Thank your stars that your path come across those people. Thank your stars. Those people are not just common to come by. Count yourself blessed, the luckiest. If all the people around you are just saying you are doing well, you can't grow. If you look at your inner circle and there's no one motivating you to do more, become more, and give more, it means your circle is wrong. Expand it. So, equally important, are those people who do not simply agree with everything we do, but challenge us to become better. The people who push us beyond mediocrity are not our enemies. They are our lovers. They are God sent. They are destiny helpers. They will push us to go the extra mile unless we want to settle for the ordinary. So anytime you get somebody pushing you to do better, don't see the person as an enemy. Many of the things I've learned to do didn't just come by because I studied it. It came by because people sat back and said, you could do more. You could do more. Even when I wanted to give up because I had a ceiling on myself, they said, no, you could do more. You could become better. The difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is just that extra. So if you get people in your life who push you to do more, don't see them as enemies. They are God sent. I am even afraid of the people who can't see anything wrong with my life, who can't see any room for growth. I'm afraid of them because it looks like I've outgrown them. They have nothing to add to my life already. I love the people who say, yes, you did better, you did good as compared to yesterday's, but you can still do better. You can still go more. Those people, I will never consider them enemies. If we get that, we'll never learn. So when those people come into your life, those who would not simply agree with everything you do, not because they disagree to cause you pain or to belittle you or to disrespect you, but they disagree because they challenge you to do more, to become more, and to give more. Consider those people as God sent. Those are the people that when they come into your life, what took people 10 years to do, within a year you'll be able to do them. I call those people serendipities. Ɔba w'abrabɔ mu ma obi bi asesa. Adwene n'ankasa a ɛda wo tirim no koraa asesa. Sɛbio nkwaseadwene bi ankorɔ so w'adwene mu bio. Because when sɛ wodwene na wo ne ne kapɛ, ɔbɛka kyerɛ sɛ, no, this is below the belt for you. Nti da bia wodwene higher. In our part of the world, a greater percentage of people don't use their brain. When these people come into our lives, they challenge us to think. The brain is also a muscle. If we don't use it, it will atrophy. So when we get people into our lives who challenge us to do more, we shouldn't see them as enemies, but rather we should see them as God sent. As God sent. Those who question us, interrogate our actions, it is not because they disrespect us. It is because they see more in us than we can see. It is because they know we can do more and we can become more. The people who push us beyond mediocrity are not our enemies. They are our true allies in disguise. They hold the mirror. They hold the mirror up so you and I can see our blind spots. The people who push us beyond mediocrity are not our enemies. They are our true ally. They are true allies in this world, allies in disguise. They hold the mirrors up so you and I can see our blind spots, because we all do have blind spots. Those who only consider what they will get from us, how they can exploit us, they won't come telling us how we can do more. But those who love us sincerely will always challenge us to do more, to become more, and to give more. They are not our enemies. They are our true allies in disguise. They call out the potential we overlook, and they refuse to let us settle for less than we are capable of becoming. Those are the people we should pray for. Not woman masha de you or my name is woman payas. wotwa wo ti to plate mu de season gu so sɛ dan de ma no, obɛdi awie, even thank you anka bi nkyerɛ wo. Why do we waste our energy on these people? If people come to you from the angle of, I don't like you, I will never appreciate you, it is not the words they say, but the attitude they put across. Why should we waste our time and our energy on them? Aren't we aware our time is our life? And anyone and anything that wastes our time is equally wasting our lives. Life is too short. The BIA Kaswanchana and Refi. It's a month though. August and a helicopter crash. 8 people gone. We are sure some crowd will feel some go. And almost church or my daughter know everything about them because when him so called maybe you know. No, tomorrow is not promised. So if there's something we can do today, we have to do it. Life is so short. No one knows how much time is left. So why waste it pouring energy into fighting those who have no stake in our destiny? Enipa ahyɛ dɛ yi ɔmo anim sɛ ɔmo bɛyɛ yie. Why do we waste our time and our energy, our resources, our efforts? Si ɛbɛdaadaa ɔmo ara kɔsi sɛ ɔmo adwene bɛsesa. Onipa a wahyɛ dɛ yi n'anim sɛ ɔmpɛ w'asɛm. Wayɛ wo bɔne baako mmienu mmiɛnsa. And you say, I'm praying for him, I'm praying for her until they change. Change and become what? If your enemy all of a sudden becomes your friend, do you know what is in the heart of that person? What do we want in this life? And then we'll do one day they will betray us big time. And then we come back blaming the devil when the signs were all written there. Why can't we focus on the few who love us deeply and genuinely? Not those who play games with our lives, but those who sincerely love us. The people who support our pursuits. The people who are willing and ready to scratch our backs. Why can't we pray for them, focus on them, spend our time, our resources, and our energies on them? Instead of chasing those or may declare war on us. Why waste our time pouring energy into fighting those who have no stake in our destiny? Why spend hours obsessing over who wishes you ill when you could have spent those same hours building bridges with those you love? Why waste your precious time, energy, and resources trying to prove to some people that you are a good person so they should do what with you in the first place? When there are those who love you sincerely, genuinely, and support your pursuits. When people have proven to you that they don't wish you well, they can never support you. Every opportunity they get, they'll betray you. Why would you still waste your energy on them? When could I spend those same hours building better connections with those you love? Energy is finite. Energy is finite. And whatever it flows, it grows. Wherever our energy flows, it grows. So why don't we let it flow towards the people we love deeply and stop playing games with life and with people? If we direct it towards enemies, fear grows. People are afraid to take steps. Steps onim sɛ ɛbɛboa ne daakye. They are just afraid. Because we're harnessing so much fear in their lives. Say everything is a do or die. No. No. It's a yes or no. Nobody arrests anybody. Fear grows. If you direct it towards love and purpose, growth blossoms. That same energy that you live afraid, if you direct it towards love and purpose, growth blossoms. So today, I choose love over fear. There are sometimes you're afraid, but you still have to give it a try. I choose gratitude over bitterness. Instead of chasing those who have declared that they will never love me right, they will never support me, I'll use my energy, my time, and my resources, my loyalty for those who love me right. At a certain age, you don't teach people how to do right by you. You just sit back and watch them and you approve. So I choose love over fear. I don't know about you. I choose gratitude over bitterness. I choose focus over distraction. I don't have the luxury of time to waste in this life. So why fear when I could choose love? Why bitterness when I could choose gratitude? Why distraction when I could focus? I choose to build with those who believe in me, those who work with me, those who support me, and listen to those who challenge me. The rest, no time left to waste on battles that do not build me. If it doesn't build me, I don't have time to spend or to even waste on it. In the end, the legacy of our lives will not be written by enemies we prayed against, but by the people we nurtured, the relationships we valued, and the positive impact we left behind. So why don't we put all together and give it back to the people who love us right, instead of scattering it around for those who have declared war on our pursuits? I don't have any in to give it to those who love us and do right by us. May I to pity for people who not appreciate, people who not celebrate, people who not cherish or even value. Does it make sense? No, to me. The legacy of our lives will not be written by our enemies we prayed against, but by the people we nurtured, the relationships we valued, the people we loved deeply, the positive impact we left behind. These are the things that are important, not to waste time and resources, energy on people who never, ever love us right, people who never support us. People, regardless of what we do for them and do with them, they will never appreciate us. What business do we have to waste our lives with them? And for that, my eyes and hearts remain on love, on growth, and on purpose. No time to waste. Never again and no more. Because in the end, the legacy of our lives will not be written by enemies we prayed against, but by the people we nurtured, the relationships we valued, and the positive impact we left behind. And for that, my eyes and heart remain on love, on growth, and on purpose. There is no time left to play games in this life with my time and with my energy. I wish somebody had taught me this in my 20s. When all is said and done, the story of our lives will not be defined by the struggles we fought against our enemies. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? When all is said and done, who said the story of our lives will be defined by the struggles we fought against our enemies, nor by the prayers we uttered against those who wished us harm? No, history does not remember people for the battles they avoided or the grudges they carried. Wotena ase na wokae wo nana na wokae wo maame ne wo papa a wokae adagye a onyaa a yɛde fighting n'atamfoɔ na odi nkonim. Is that only what you remember? History does not remember people for the battles they avoided or the grudges they carried. It remembers them for the seeds they planted, the lives they touched, and the love they shared. Creating enemies everywhere we go. You see people in their 40s, 30s, and they look like they are the 60s because they are so much afraid that beyond jeans will be yeno or bunsambi be any bibi boni biba betuno. How can we enjoy life with that kind of mindset? How can we enjoy life with that mindset? The true measure of legacy lies not in resistance but in contribution. What will matter most at the end of our journey is not the number of adversaries we overcame, but the number of hearts we uplifted. Instead of focusing on enemies, why don't we pray and love those who love us right, those who do right by us? Why don't we channel that energy into them instead? What will matter most at the end of our journey is not the number of adversaries we overcame, but the number of hearts we uplifted. It is the relationships we built and valued. The relationships we built and valued that stand the test of time. The relationships we are building and valuing that will stand the test of time. That is what matters. As I get the book, The Regret of the Dying, when you are 60 and 70 and 80, what will matter most wouldn't be the adversaries you overcame, but the number of hearts you uplifted, the relationships you built and valued that will stand the test of time, the people you love them deeply who will love you back in return too. A kind word, a helping hand, a presence that brought comfort in someone's darkest hour. These are the threads that weave the fabric of our enduring legacy. Yes, it's easy to fix our gaze on those who oppose us. Ɛdi baabi a wotumi gya wo ma ɛdɔ wo no nyinaa na baako mmienu bi a ɔmo ne wo si anim a wonim sɛ ɔmpɛ ɔmo asɛm na wonya nkɔmmɔ adwene asesa na ɔmo nso abɛpɛ ɔmo asɛm. Some people will never change. They will never like you. They will never respect you. They will never support you. It has nothing to do with you. Just like some people, without even knowing you, they will love you right. They will do right by you. They will support you. They will value you. They will respect you. All the synonyms. So why can't we focus on those who are for us? The same way, in the same trend, that some will see you and don't click with you and wouldn't want to connect with you. Other people will see you and without even knowing who you are. They will connect with you as if they knew you from Adam. So, yes, it's easy to fix our gaze on those who oppose us, to spend our energy obsessing over who dislike us, those who undermine us or speaks against us. But such focus only drains the soul. Don't you feel drained when you wake up and you realize, or all of a sudden it comes to your mind that people hate you, that these people don't support you, these people are against you? It is so much draining. But the same coin turned upside down, it is those who love you too. So why don't you focus on those who love you? Why wouldn't you focus on those who love you instead? Such focus on those who dislike, undermine, or speak against us only drains the soul. Enemies may spark temporary battles, but they do not build eternal stories. Love, however, has the power to echo through generations. Growth leaves behind a trail of inspiration. Purpose gives meaning to our time on earth. Think about the people we admire most in history. Their legacies shine not because they conquered every enemy, but because they invested in humanity. If Jesus wasn't loved and liked by all, why would we expect everybody to like us and to love us right? They dared to pour themselves into others. The people who admire most in history, they dared to pour themselves into others, into nurturing, teaching, healing, inspiring, loving, or simply being present. And long after their enemies were forgotten, their light remained. Long after your enemies are forgotten, your light will remain because you love right. You won't play games. You nurture, you nourish. As you build people who would also nurture and nourish you. So I choose to fix my eyes and hearts, not on resentment, but on love. For love heals and builds. I choose growth because every step forward adds to the testimony of my life. I choose purpose because only a life lived intentionally can leave a mark that time cannot erase. I don't know about you, but I choose growth because every step I take, every step I move forward adds to the testimony of my life. I choose purpose because only a life lived intentionally can leave a mark that time cannot erase. Enemies will face their own consequences because very soon they will fade into irrelevance. They will fade into irrelevance. But the love we gave, the people we nurtured, and the impact we left will stand as witnesses. The people we nurtured and the impact we left will stand as witnesses long after we are gone. They will stand as witnesses long after we are gone. That is the legacy worth living for. Not to waste your time fighting and praying and trying everything in your capacity to make your enemies like you. They will not. They will not. If people show you who they are once, believe them. If not, the second time will be dangerous. Your time is your life. Anything that wastes your time equally wastes your life. Time is the most precious resource every human being possesses. Unlike money, health, or material possessions, time cannot be earned back once it is spent. These are things we already know, and yet in no time we forget them and get into our recycle mode. Get into our reset mode. Time is the most precious resource every human being possesses. Every human being, the most precious resource you possess is time. Unlike money, health, or material possessions, time cannot be earned back once it is spent. Every tick, every tick on the clock is a portion of your life passing by, never to return. Every tick, every tick, every tick on the clock is a portion of our lives passing by, never to return. This is why to waste time is not a small loss. To waste time is not a small loss. It is the loss of life itself. So anything and anyone that wastes your time is wasting your life too. When you allow meaningless distractions, toxic relationships, or idle habits to consume your hours, you are giving away the very essence of your existence. Sɛ woma nneɛma a ɛho nni mfaso, nnipa a wɔayɛ wɔn adwene sɛ ɛyɛ den ara a wɔmpɛ wo yie, ɛgye w'adwene ne w'adagye a, woasɛe saa mmerɛ no, wo nsa renka bio da. Meaningless distractions, toxic relationships, or idle habits to consume your time, your hours, you are giving away the very essence of your existence. The movies you watch, the conversations you entertain, the commitments you keep, and even the silence you permit are all investments of your life's most sacred currency, time. So ask yourself, what is my return on investment? What you spend your time on does not build you, heal you, or move you toward purpose. It is silently wasting your life too. If what you spend your time on, if what you spend your time on does not build you, heal you, or move you toward purpose, it is silently wasting your life. It doesn't matter how popular it is. If you spend your time on something and that thing is not healing you, it's not moving you toward your purpose, it is silently wasting your time and thereby wasting your life. Greatness, fulfillment, and legacy are never built overnight. They are the outcomes of consistent investment of time in meaningful pursuits. Every skill mastered, every dream achieved, every life touched, all flow from how you choose to use your hours. Every skill mastered, every dream achieved, every life touched, all flow from how you choose to use your time, your hours. Likewise, every regret in life often stems from wasted opportunities and wasted time. So the constant here is time. If you waste it, you get regret at the end of it. If you spend it on meaningful things, your life, you see growth. Your life sees growth. You evolve, you become better. Therefore, guard your time as fiercely as you would guard your very breath. Guard your time as fiercely as you guard your very breath. For indeed, they are the same. Just like you guard your breath, guard your time too. Learn to say no to what drains you, and yes to what aligns with your growth, values, and purpose. Learn to say no. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Say no to what drains you, what wastes you, and yes to what aligns with your growth, values, and purpose. If something is not for you, thank you very much, Kuku. I appreciate your message. If something is not for you, it doesn't matter who is watching or who is not watching. Say no to it. If not, you waste your hours, waste your day, waste your time, and waste your life. And the sum total of this waste time is a waste of life. And if your time is your life, then if you waste your time, eventually you're wasting your life. So here I am 50, but how many time of the 50 have I wasted? How many years of it have I wasted by focusing on distractions, on things that did not align with my growth, values, and purpose? Anything that wastes your time equally wastes your life. For in the end, your life is nothing more than the story of how you spent your time. In the end, Your life is nothing more than the story of how you spent your time. To waste time is to waste life. To honor time is to honor life. If you don't understand, if you don't get anything from today's message I shared with you, let it sink that to waste time is to waste life. To honor time is to honor life. If you get it right, you can put it in the comments there. To waste time is to waste life. To honor time is to honor life. Therefore, choose wisely. Some people never do right by you, just outgrow that relationship. Life is too short to spend it chasing the approval of people who have no intention of valuing you. Some relationships, no matter how much energy you pour into it, will never yield the respect, love, or appreciation you deserve. The truth is, some people will never do right by you, not because you're undeserving, but because they're unwilling or incapable. To stay in such spaces is to waste the very gift of life. When you constantly try to prove your worth to those who minimize it, you tie your happiness to an impossible task. When you constantly try to prove your worth to those who minimize it, to those who can't see it, to those who can't appreciate it, you tie your happiness to an impossible task. You sacrifice your peace, your growth, and your joy on the altar of validation that may never come. This cycle leaves you drained and unfulfilled, as though you are begging for crumbs in a feast you were meant to host. Can you imagine? The feast you are supposed to hold, the feast you are supposed to host, you rather end up begging for crumbs. That is what happens when you sacrifice your peace, your growth, and your joy on the altar of validation. That validation may never come. That validation may never come. And yet you waste your time, you waste your life, you waste your energy, you waste your resources, and yet you will never be appreciated the way you deserve. You will never be appreciated. You will never be accepted as long as you're in that space. And your soul will bleed. You can deceive everybody, but you can't lie to your soul. When you sacrifice your peace, your growth, and your joy on the altar of validation that may never come, you leave yourself drained and unfulfilled as though you are begging for crumbs in a feast you are supposed to be hosting. The liberating choice is not to keep fighting for their recognition, but to outgrow certain relationships. Outgrowing does not always mean walking away in anger or bitterness. It means choosing yourself over constant rejection. It means realizing that your time, your love, and your energy are precious resources that should be invested in spaces where they are nurtured and reciprocated. It means realizing that your time, love, and energy are very precious resources, and therefore they should be at spaces where they are nurtured and reciprocated. If they are not reciprocated, if they can't be reciprocated, you are wasting that energy and you are wasting that resources. Growth demands discernment, the wisdom to know which relationships are worth building and which ones are holding you back. Sometimes the greatest act of self respect is stepping away from those who cannot and will not see your value. Sometimes, and many a time, the greatest act of self respect is stepping away from those who cannot and will not see your value. By doing so, you create space for healthier connections, for people who not only appreciate you, but also challenge you to become your best self. So stop waiting for everyone to do right by you. Accept that some will never will. Accept that some never will. And instead of wasting your time trying to force it, rise higher, grow stronger, and redirect your energy into relationships that honor who you are and who you are becoming. Stop wasting your time by waiting for everyone to do right by you, because some will never do. Accept that some never will. And instead of wasting your time trying to force it, rise higher, grow stronger, and redirect your energy into relationships, into places, and into situations that honor who you are and who you are becoming. Outgrow what no longer grows you. That, to me, is how we can reclaim life. Outgrow, outgrow what no longer grows you. That, to me, is the only way we can reclaim our lives. I don't know about you, but no more and never again. When I was a child, I spoke like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child, I acted like a child, but now that I'm of age, I don't have the room for being like a child, for thinking like a child, for reasoning like a child, and for still acting like a child. So if something is not growing me, it means I have outgrown it. If it can't grow me, I have outgrown it. Until we outgrow what no longer grows us, we can't reclaim life. We'll just be running in circles, busy but not productive. Until we outgrow what no longer grows us, we'll just be running in circles, so busy and yet running in circles. Everybody else will think that we are so busy and yet we are not productive. Even if they think we are doing so much, our soul will come back knocking at the door of our hearts to tell us that this is not your path. Because you can deceive everyone, but you cannot deceive your soul. Outgrow what no longer grows you. That is the only way you can reclaim your life. That is the only way you can grow and become better. That is the only way that the greatness in you would sprout. When you are able to declutter and take care of all the weeds around your soil, then the greatness, the seed of greatness in you would sprout. So 14 days to 14th September, as I mark my birthday this year, this is what I wanted to share with you. 14 days straight to 14th September. Things I wish I knew even in my 20s. And now that I've learnt them, I wish you know or you knew. If you already know them, and you are not practicing, then understand, just like I've always been saying, knowledge is not enough. It is the right application of knowledge that is the power. Buying a book and not reading gives you no added advantage over the one who doesn't even know that such a book exists. When you get knowledge, use it and let it transform your life. It is then you can say, knowledge is power. Until then, knowledge is knowledge. It is the right application of knowledge that gives us wisdom. So see you same time tomorrow, same channel. Until then, I say much love and blessings. Bye for now, everyone. Thank you all for being on. I appreciate. I'll come your way again tomorrow, same time, same space.